My youth group played a game where a blindfolded contestant had to feel the face of a person across from them and guess who it was. Everything was going smoothly until the third person walked up. She was taller than my friend, so as soon as he stuck out his hands to feel her face, he just got both hands full of boob in front of the entire youth group. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Youth Group Chronicles. In the studio tonight, Pastor Jacob Pepe and Pastor Micah Costa. Welcome back to the show, you guys. If you're new here, this is where my guests come onto the show and blind react to crazy and funny youth ministry stories that are sent in from our listeners. So let's kick this off with a story from Rachel. Rachel said, when I was a youth leader, there was this one kid who had severe ADHD and would bounce around being disruptive and annoying all his classmates. I had to go to a meeting one day, and I left the group for about 20 minutes. I told them to behave while I was gone, and the kid said that he didn't want to. So I gave the other students permission to, quote, keep him in line.
Oh,
That's
no.
the wrong thing to say.
That kid's destroyed.
I came back from the meeting, and this kid was nowhere to be found.
They got rid of him.
I asked the others where he was, and they said that they kept him in line. I then heard a thump from the closet.
Good. You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
I opened it up
is
and
good,
found him gagged and duct taped to a chair.
Nah, these kids need to go to prison for
You gotta do
that.
what you gotta do, man.
To a chair.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
The youth leader said, I asked this kid if he could breathe, and he nodded yes. So I closed the door again.
He said, look, you deserved it.
They clarified he never disrupted his classmates ever again.
Dude, neither would I. See? Take a note,
As a youth
parents.
pastor,
Take a note, parents.
I don't blame him.
Taking notes.
I don't blame him.
No,
You're like, all right. Technically, I'm not responsible for this, so.
He was out of the room.
you'd go to jail.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nah.
If it was you doing it, 100, you're out.
Maybe you're right, actually.
Yeah, no, you're out. You're the youth pastor with all the tattoos and everything.
Can you breathe?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Have fun.
All right, have a good day.
Guys, we are also Instagram Live if you're listening to this on the podcast later. So people are commenting about the show, and Emily said, the teacher's been waiting for this moment. Yes. You know that they were like, oh, I hope they tie this kid up.
Yeah. I literally have been there. Currently in.
Tying a kid up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've tied a kid up.
You tied
No.
the kid up?
Never tied a kid up. Mentally, I'm there, though. Ready to. For
I can
legal
see that.
reasons, I will never do that.
That is fair. You'll
For
go to
legal
jail.
reasons.
Legal, that's it.
That's the only
That's
reason.
it.
That's the only reason.
This is
Go ahead.
this is a story from Luke. Luke said, at youth camp, the kids were outside sitting around a fire while some of the adults were inside. This was pretty late into our trip, so we foolishly let our guard down. About this time, I get up to wander around, and I see a few kids walking briskly away from something. As I walk up, the youth pastor is having a heated conversation with one of the boys and one of the girls. Apparently, earlier that day, the girl asked one of the chaperones if they could pick up a sewing kit while they were out because she had a tear in one of her clothes. The chaperone, being one of the sweetest ladies in the world, told her of course and didn't think anything of it when she handed this off to the girl. So that night, the youth pastor walked up to a group of kids sitting around a fire in silence. To his horror, he saw a sewing kit girl giving one of the guys a prison tattoo of a smiley face on his wrist.
Yo, this youth group's hard, dude.
That's I want to be a part of that youth group.
I love that they're dead silent. They're just
Yeah, they're just
chilling.
They're like, shh.
Like no one knows.
Let her work.
How is it? I feel like that would hurt so bad.
Stick and poke.
Stick and poke?
Stick and
Yeah,
poke.
you'd be fine.
You dip it in ink or something?
Yeah,
Or just-
dip it in ink. Dip it in ink.
Yeah.
Have you had that happen?
No, I'm heavily tatted though, so I kind of
Yeah. Okay. So this hits a little close to home,
never
huh?
got a stick and poke though.
They're usually bad tattoos.
I can imagine.
I do want
I mean,
one.
it's a smiley face, so how
Yeah.
bad could it be?
Yeah.
Really bad.
But
You ever drawn a smiley face? I can't.
yeah, I'm not very good.
There's no way I
Noah,
can.
welcome to the live. Layla, nice to have you. Guys, if you have stories you want to send into the show, stories at ygcpodcast.com. Someone said inner city kids for sure. Yeah, that was no country kid.
Yeah.
No, you're probably. I thought they were
Homeschool for
smoking.
sure. There's no way.
Nah.
I didn't know what a prison tattoo was until I looked that up.
Yeah, they're dragging, dude.
I would be like blown away, but like I don't know if that would be like y'all in trouble.
I'd be like, can I
If
have one?
what?
you
wouldn't be-
one, you get a smiley face.
I'd be like, yeah, let me get a smiley face. Me next. But use a new needle though.
Where's the line?
Weston said, I've never heard a youth kid ask for a needle and have it be a good thing. That's true. This lady was just way too trusting, apparently.
She's probably old. She's probably an old lady.
Yeah, she seems like a nice lady.
Logan said she learned that from her time in the clink.
Not the clink.
The clink.
Prison Mike. You ever
Prison
seen
Mike.
the Dementors?
The bandana.
This is a story from Parker. Parker said, my youth group played a game where a blindfolded contestant had to feel the face of a person across the room or across from them and guess who it was. My friend was chosen to play the game and everything was going smoothly until the third person walked up. She was taller than my friend, so as soon as he stuck out his hands to feel her face, he just got both hands full of boob in front of the entire youth group. But here's the thing.
He guessed it.
In a panic, he started saying, I'm so sorry, Emily.
He knew. He knew. Yes.
Somehow, even blindfolded, he immediately knew who it was. No, that's crazy.
No.
Either wasn't the first time or he was dreaming of that moment.
Yeah. He knew exactly what was going on.
He was like,
So I'll go blindfolded.
finally.
Blindfold me. Do it.
That's crazy.
So crazy.
What was my question is, what was the frick was she doing?
What do you
She
mean?
didn't like kneel down.
Yeah,
or-
she didn't like, oh, let me put my face in front of his hands. Oh, she was like,
Shout out to Short Kings, dude.
Short
Kings.
no, she was wilding. I think that was her fault.
You think it was her fault?
Oh, absolutely.
She said, "We're gonna get in trouble today."
Yeah, but that man lived it.
This is my confession.
Hey, that man lived his dream that day, brother. That man became a man that day, brother.
Yo, you guys are being wild in the comments right now. I can't read half of these.
His mom's like, "What'd you do tonight?" He's like, "I touched boobs." Emily let me touch her boobs. Can you imagine getting that call as a youth pastor? Why did my son touch it? I'd be like, ma'am, I have no idea.
Okay, you guys have got to stop in the comments. That is
Crazy.
You guys are wild. These public comments, man, that's the internet is undefeated. That's all I got to say.
It is Trey.
This is a story from Ivy. Ivy said, at youth group, we were playing an intense game where players had to put a card in the center of a table. And at certain points during the game, all the players would race to slap the pile of cards at the same time. Now, our youth pastor was a younger mom who often wore longer acrylic nails and chunky rings. At one point during the game, she lunged and slapped her hand on top of the youngest kid's hand, followed by 10 other hands pounding down directly after. As everyone picked up their hands, the kids started screaming.
Yeah.
Come to find out, our youth pastor had chopped the tip of this kid's pinky off with her acrylic nail. The kid took one look at the blood and passed out right there. What is it? He walks around like
They call him Stubby.
stubby.
Oh my God! What were her nails made of?
Dude,
Acrylic?
did she go down like...
Yeah, like,
I mean,
that's
I
what
think
I'm
it's
saying.
just. I bet it was like the
Nah.
side of it.
This kid did something bad earlier.
Well, I mean, 10 other people started slapping.
But my
I could
question is
definitely
like,
see it.
what was she like? This? It must have
Because
been a
the
ring.
game-
It was
It
probably
probably
a
could have been a
ring.
ring
gotta
too.
be.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought it was a nail.
I think it was a ring. Because there's no way, dude.
I mean, I don't think it chopped off like. It was probably just like sliced
I
off.
took a
like-
nice
yeah.
chunk out of there.
Yeah.
I don't know how I still have on my fingers, if I'm going to be honest with you. I was thinking about that. the other
See
day.
that?
Sterling said chunky rings with this game is not the way to go.
Yeah, no.
Have you guys ever played Tower of Pain?
No.
No.
That's like that was we played it all the time in youth group. It's essentially like whoever's the toughest wins, and you have like 10 people in a circle. One person puts their hand down, the other person follows, slapping their hand as hard as possible, and then eventually you just go until people start bowing out. And we came home like our parents made us stop playing because our hands were like purple and bruised for weeks.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really fun.
Played similar stuff.
Yeah, we played stuff
It
like
was
that.
pretty fun.
We did like the... Was it like
Where like you like claw into them or something? You like
slap or...
oh,
yeah.
yeah.
You slept the
Mercy,
slap
I don't remember Mercy.
So like
Mercy.
it's like we'd hold hands like this, and then I'd slap your hand, you'd slap my hand.
Ooh. So this was pretty much similar, but you could do way more people.
This lady's
Yeah, this is like
dangerous, dude.
1v1.
She needs to get off the streets. I don't know what's going on. She play those games. She has the little
You're not
necklace.
coming to play.
Guys, a quick shout out. Youth Group Chronicles offers merch. I'm repping some right now. I don't know if you can see it.
New merch
Google
coming
so
soon,
I'm wearing our
possibly.
Google So Free hoodie, and you can pick these up on our website. ygcpodcast.com/merch. What's that?
I want a hoodie.
You want a hoodie? Trey has a hoodie, actually, right? Trey reps our hoodie
we need
probably
to rep.
more than I do. So, Trey, thank you
We
for
should
your
make some
service,
new
bro.
hoodies.
Trey camp. We need a Trey camp.
Let's make some new ones.
Anyway, guys, if you have stories you want to send into the show, you can email them to us, stories@ygcpodcast.com. Moving on to a story from Caleb. Caleb said, okay, so let me preface this.
God.
Think about this during the story. Were they wrong?
Okay.
Okay, as you're listening, were they wrong for this? You're saying probably.
Probably.
If I have to preface.
Yeah.
My youth group hosted an event in late October near Halloween. But no one knew what this event was going to be because our church didn't celebrate Halloween. The entire youth group... Yeah, Harvest.
That's crazy. Shout out Harvest Fest.
Trick or treat.
The entire youth group gets to the gym and they announce that they're going to split us into two groups. 11th and 12th graders were together, and then 7th through 10th graders together. No one knew up to this point what was happening. So they take the older students first and explain to them that they're going to prank the younger grades. 10 p.m. rolls around, and it's time for my group, who was 7th through 10th graders, to go. As we're driving along, we pulled over for some reason, and out of nowhere, men with ski masks hijack our bus. They ripped our youth pastor off the bus in a major struggle, and they started screaming at us to shut up. As they take us off the bus and down a trail in the woods, mind you, this is the middle of the night, we can see a large fire going.
Again, the woods.
This is awesome. It's always the woods, dude.
At this point, kids are literally peeing themselves and have fainted because they're so scared. We arrived at the fire where we saw our older siblings, the 11th and 12th graders, tied to trees with their hands bound and their throats slit. Everyone is dead and there's blood everywhere.
Okay, whoa.
This is a Black Mirror
There's a literal pile of bodies. And they continue to bring
a seance? What is
They
happening?
continue to bring our siblings and just pile them. The kids are bawling their eyes out and screaming as the men, as they are dragging their older murdered siblings right in front of them. When they finally drag our dead youth pastor out, they drop him on the pile of dead bodies and he bursts out laughing along with all the upperclassmen. We just stood there in absolute horror trying to process what happened as kids.
That's like a lifetime of trauma.
Yeah.
That is way too far.
100%. It's way too far.
It's just a prank.
Like
bro.
that,
The prank.
that has to be illegal. Literally has to be illegal. How would that not be?
It has to be.
Wait,
legal.
why is that justified?
Like, what lesson were we trying to teach here?
There's no
Nothing.
lesson in that.
They're trying to spook them, but we're like, we don't celebrate Halloween.
So let's do it this way.
Prank them.
Let's pretend everyone's throats
Let's
are
scar
slit.
them to death.
7th grade. So how old is a 7th grader? Do we know? That's anybody know? What,
Seventh grade
they're
is like 12.
12-year-old?
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
Okay.
12.
12 and
11,
13.
12.
That's still
No, because you go into high school at 13.
No, you
14.
go to high school at 14,
14.
15.
Oh yeah.
I was
12,
a boy
13.
too.
Richie said, POV, Mom, it's okay. It's just a hangout.
That's a homeschooler hangout.
like-
Sam said 100% wrong. Yeah, thank you, Instagram. I am with you. 100% wrong. No biblical value whatsoever. Yeah, I don't get what's going on here.
It's the same pastors that are like.
it's the same
We don't do
vibe
that.
as the terrorist story, but there's
No,
no
this
lesson in
yes,
that.
yes, but way worse.
Yeah, there's no lesson.
way
That's
worse than the
terrible.
terrorist story.
That's terrible.
Ruby says we're
Can't
weak.
believe it.
Weak. Wow.
This is a story from. Okay, actually, consensus. We're all on the wrong there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Never going back
There's
to
no
the
point for that.
It needs to be destroyed.
This is a story from Joshua. Joshua said, "My biggest youth leader fail was during a time when myself and a couple of other leaders were doing Sid the Sloth impressions. We were doing it so much that the lisp crept into our normal conversation, sometimes without thinking.
Oh no. Oh,
Mind
no.
you, a kid recently joined our youth group,
Oh no.
and he had a lisp. His name was Steve. Once,
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Steve.
Hey, you, Steve.
You want to come to Youth Group on Thursday night, Steve?
Let's go.
Hey, Steve. The last one. The last dandelion.
one Sunday, I see him in the church lobby leaving. Without thinking, I shout at him with a lisp from across the lobby.
Steve.
See you later, Steve.
See you later, Steve.
Everyone in the lobby went quiet, and Steve just stared at me in disbelief until he finally said, "Seriously, dude?" I am
Seriously, dude?
still haunted by this interaction to
No.
this day.
Seriously, dude?
Dude, he went home and was like,
cried.
He
that,
cried.
That youth group is.
Messed
cried.
up.
I have a similar story that I'd like to share.
Oh,
No.
no.
So, me and Erica and Jacob, we all did and Trey, we all discussed. We're like, oh yeah, so it's pretty fucking
Love
crazy.
them.
Yeah, that's whatever.
That's pretty cool.
So like we say like ours is alls. So like
Alls.
that's crazy. So
Oh, no.
I newly started youth pastoring currently.
No.
And I'll be like, oh, what's up, guys? What are we gonna hit the Gwitty? And I would do it all the time, and everyone started doing it. They were like, oh, what do we? They're like, Pastor Micah, what do we hit the Gwitty? So like, it was like a thing, and then this kid came and he talked like that, and I was like, hey, bum, you want to what do we hit the Gwitty? And he was like, can you please stop talking like that? And I was like, well, I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, oh, talking like what? I was like, I'm making fun of the meme. It was so bad, dude. He was like, he walked up. He's like a sixer. He's like, can you please stop talking like that?
I don't want to say
I was like,
I got to watch his kids one time.
no, stop. I love
amazing.
every single one of my kids,
They're
and I
literally
felt
amazing.
like trash. So I only do that voice at home.
It haunted you as much as it haunted this guy.
Yeah.
That guy really went home and was like, that youth group's a bunch of
He's
autistic
like,
kids.
frick that guy.
Yeah, he probably never came back.
He said, I'm not going back there. Seriously? What?
Seriously.
He said, Steve, he said,
guys
serious.
suck.
What he did it back? Seriously?
Seriously.
My
They're
gosh.
like, yeah, seriously. These guys suck.
Even.
You guys are.
I would
You
probably
guys are
start
getting
doing
us
it.
canceled.
I would probably start doing
dude,
it.
see, that's what we're not saying. That would cancel us.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not gonna let it slip in youth group. And my wife Erica, she'll tell you. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, I'm okay, and I'm like, oh, no, stop.
you're just looking for this kid to see if he's still around.
He's not there. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Jesus.
He's like, can you please stop talking like that? So innocently, and like he was so serious, and I was like, I feel so bad. The Lord forgave me.
Oh, what a good kid.
Love that kid, man.
This is a story from Josh. Josh said, for a youth group retreat, one of the tech interns set everything up and had the youth pastor send him slides for all the messages and lyrics for songs. Fast forward to service, the intern plugged his laptop into the projector in front of 100+ students.
Oh no.
But as soon as he opened his laptop, plastered on the big screen was an X-rated photo for everyone in the audience to see. Another intern was right next to him, saving the day by ripping out his HDMI cable, to which the guy responded, "Bro, you broke my laptop."
You broke their purity, dude. Like, what? That's
That was his
insane.
number one concern, was the laptop.
That's crazy. Screw your laptop.
Now, okay.
He flashed the
Now,
whole trip.
okay. Hold on. Let's backtrack here, guys. All right.
Nah, you're not gonna make this sound
If
good.
it's a picture of you that you took for your own personal use.
No, it was. I don't think it was him.
What?
Oh.
I think he just had something open.
thought
Oh.
it was his own?
Because if it's a personal, like, I don't know, like hyping yourself up or something. And then like
All right.
your junk's
We
on the
need to confiscate
screen.
your phone, bro.
Your junk's on the screen. I'm a
Confiscate
married
his
man.
phone,
Never,
bro.
I'm
ever
a married man.
show me any safe pictures from your phone.
I won't.
Never
You know
scroll
what?
your
I
camera
don't
rolls
have
on
any
me.
junk
use
pictures
your,
on my phone.
Hey, look,
all right?
don't use your laptop at the church.
I don't have any
anymore.
junk pictures. I never took any junk pictures. I'm just saying. If it was a harmless thing, then I would be pretty tight that my computer broke as well.
How did he break his computer with
When he
what I'm
ripped
saying.
out the cord.
Maybe it was like one of the twisted ones. I don't know.
I mean, I bet it like maybe
an
just
SDI.
messed up the jack or something would be my guess.
Yeah, that's crazy. But if it was
Also,
like,
keep your
if
phone
it was
away
like
from
the
me.
P word,
I don't trust you anymore.
Yeah,
You
break
don't
his
deserve
computer.
to have the HDMI capability if you're doing that.
If he had the P word on there, yeah. Break
I'm
his
guessing
computer.
that's what it
It
was.
was
Yeah.
the P word.
Yeah,
100%.
and that's justified. Smash it! I would have smashed it.
You just see in the back just
Just me just-
going crazy.
I'm punching it.
Guys, if you have stories you want to send in, stories@ygcpodcast.com is where you can shoot them to us. This is a story from Lisa. Lisa said, at summer camp, one of our leaders had the great idea to make the kids search for a life-size Zacchaeus doll in the trees while hiking.
Again in the woods.
It's like this.
I'm never bringing that. It's an action figure. It's a Lego.
It's actual size.
It's a Lego man.
Shout out Zacchaeus, man.
What was the case?
Keep in mind, this thing was very realistic. Well, everything went well until I heard screaming and then a few older women come running toward me. Apparently, this puppet had fallen out of the tree and got entangled in the ropes, so the women thought they stumbled across someone that had been hung out in the woods.
Oh,
Imagine the Bible calling you short, though.
imagine.
The what?
The Bible calling
Yeah, imagine
you
being in the record for 2,000 years of being short.
being short.
Short king.
Yeah, that's all the Bible knows you for is being short.
Being short, you can climb a tree.
And you can climb a tree. You were that desperate.
And then he still, yep.
Like you were that short, dude. You were. He was literally a goblin, dude. He stole money and he was little.
hey,
And he climbed trees.
But think about it. Jesus still went into his house.
Hey, Jesus still loved him.
Wow.
This is a story from, Joshua.
Shout out Josh.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry.
Not Josh.
Reading the wrong one. This is from Jacob.
Oh.
Oh.
What'd you submit, man?
I might have submitted something.
Jacob said, during our small group, I had a student leader come in really mad. I had never seen him so angry, and I asked him what's up, and he told me that he was mad at his dad. Oh, no. I told him, maybe you should walk it off and cool down. He didn't walk out, but just kept pacing around, so I jokingly said that he could go into the closet and yell if he needed to. He asked me why he should do that, and for some reason, without thinking, I said to him, because it's soundproof.
No.
Except it wasn't. He went in there and started yelling the most profanity-laced, disrespectful rant about his dad that I had ever heard.
Oh, no.
On top of that, the entire group heard it. He yelled for about 30 seconds and then stayed in there for another minute to cool down before coming out. When he came out, his face looked calmer, but then he saw us staring at him in disbelief, and he quickly realized the closet was not soundproof.
Oh,
Dude.
man.
Dude.
I'd have been so mad.
What'd you say?
Just transition, like, so we're going to talk about respecting our parents.
Yes.
And how the Bible
Bible
tells us
says
to
if
do
you
that.
honor your father and your mother,
Anger leaves a hole for the enemy.
be angry, but do not sin in your anger. Wow. I would have walked out if I was a kid, though, dude.
Yeah.
I'd have walked out.
Why
That
would
was
he
a
tell
full
him
setup.
that it was soundproof?
He said he wasn't thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously.
It's soundproof.
These small group leaders, man.
A few more here.
Jacobs, dude.
This is from Drew. Drew said, on the last night of a youth conference at a major university, my boy students asked me if they could have a pillow fight in the hallways of the dorms. We had to get up early the next day, so I told them no. One kid said, what's the worst that could happen? I decided to let them go at it for probably 10 minutes or so, and then I told them to get ready for bed. 5 or 10 minutes later, the fire alarm went off, and I saw students running down the hall soaking wet. Oh, no. Unbeknownst to me, they had decided to continue the pillow fight in the hall. One kid swung and hit a sprinkler head, but we were on the 5th floor of a 12-story dormitory. So 7 floors of water came gushing out of that sprinkler head and started leaking down into the floors below. No. The building was evacuated. The police came, the fire department came, and news reporters came. Absolute insanity ensued. I circled back to the original kid who had the idea, and I looked at him and said, this is the worst that could happen.
Got him. That's amazing.
That's crazy. Wow. I can't believe that.
Yeah, so it said famous last words, what's the worst that could happen?
What's the worst that could happen?
Okay, we're definitely not doing it if that's exactly what you say.
My wife did that on our honeymoon, and we blew a tire on Miami Highway. Oh, this isn't the
How?
worst that could happen. And our tire, literally don't know how it ripped, but it ripped, and we got stuck on the highway for 4 hours.
That sucks.
She's like, oh yeah, we passed a guy changing his tire. She's like, that could be us. So this isn't the worst that could happen. What's the worst that could happen?
Oh, you're talking about
Just
traffic
don't
or
say
something?
those words.
No, there was a guy changing a tire on the side of the road on the highway. She's like, oh, that could be us. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. 2 minutes later. Yeah.
You probably hit the same exact thing he did.
Probably.
There's probably like someone probably dumped nails out
Dude,
the
we were
window.
stuck in the fork between the
Someone's, like,
exit.
banana peel.
Yeah.
Start spinning.
Like Mario Kart.
Yeah. Green
Yeah,
shell.
dude, it was bad. So now we were driving the other day, and she was like, "What's the?" And I was like, "Ah." Don't even say it. Whoa. Don't even say it.
Dude, pillow fights are crazy. They actually hurt. I had this.
There's been some lethal pillow fights on this show.
100%.
You ever use memory foam pillow? Those kill. And they're
I-
still legal. You
I
know,
had
it's a
one.
pillow.
That's like your head's like.
Yeah.
I had one in 5th grade camp.
It was scarred.
I
PTSD,
scarred
bro.
a kid. We were having like all out pillow fights, like the whole camp, right? I went into this one. Someone had like a strobe light. It was weird. I don't know what was going on. So I get out of there, and then this one group like took our like went into our rooms and like messed up our rooms, and so we didn't get any incentive for our rooms being like clean the whole camp. because of that one cabin. And so the entire, like every single men's cabin, like probably like 20 cabins, go up and gang up on this one cabin, and we rush in. We like push the door down, and I'm slamming this kid with my pillow, and he's crying, and he's going, "What's in that?" Like screaming, "What's in that?" And I'm just like,
You've got like food cans in there.
I was like just hitting them.
Yo, someone asked, they're like, is Sam referring to the Bible pillow fight? Yeah, 100%. So it was
A Bible pillow fight.
There was a story, I forget who was on, maybe Cole and Shaw, and some kid arrived at a pillow fight with a Bible in his pillowcase and knocked a kid out cold.
Yeah. It's like a good 10
I did
pounds.
listen to
Yeah. You didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, clearly.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it could have been worse.
Said good
Hey,
night.
man,
What's the worst that could happen?
sharper than a double
We
edged
don't say
sword.
that. That's illegal in our household.
Guys, if you're not following us on Instagram, YG Chronicles is where you can find us, and that's where we go live if you guys want to hop on a live. We also have TikTok, YG Chronicles. We have YouTube, where we have full episodes, video episodes that you can watch of the podcast if the audio podcast just isn't cutting it for you, because it is always fun to see reactions in person on there. This is a story from Drew on the last night of a youth conference. Oh, wait, I just read that one.
Oh,
Dummy.
it's okay.
That
We still
happens.
love you.
Here we go.
Accidents happen.
This is from Noah. Noah said, during youth group, our security guard pulled me aside to let me know that he caught two students together in a steamy car in our parking lot during service. When he knocked on the window, the car stopped moving, and a few minutes later they got out. He brought them into the church, and he had them go into a room to chat with me. The kids were really embarrassed, but claimed that they didn't do anything at all. They said they were just having a conversation in the car. When they started walking away after our talk, I shouted out to the kid one more time saying, "You sure you didn't do anything?" He replied, nah, man, we didn't do anything. I said, "That's funny because your shirt's been inside out this whole time."
Hey,
God.
Got him.
I'm just saying, if that was me, I would have opened that door.
Oh, 100%.
That door would have been swung open.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, guys. What's up?
It's your friendly youth pastor.
Friendly youth pastor. Hey.
We put some shirts on.
Yeah. Let's clean it up, guys. We're going home. No, I had a rule in my youth group. Well, I still do have this rule. You have to have a Micah-sized Jesus in between y'all.
It's a big Jesus.
It's a big Jesus.
That's crazy.
And one time I had this new couple, and like he had his arm around her on one of my couches, and they were close. And I looked at my youth leader. I was like, hey, what's my rule? And they're like, Micah-sized Jesus in between couples. And I was like, that's exactly right. So what did I do? I literally sat in between. I sat on their legs, and I was like, y'all gotta scoot over it. So they'd scoot over, and they were still touching me. I was like, you're still touching me. And I literally made it go opposite ends of the couch. I stood up and I was like, we're gonna keep it like that. And literally they stayed there. It was
I mean,
dad thing.
that's not as bad as you asking a kid to sit on your lap.
Hey man, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that, bro. You talked about it in front of however many tens of thousands of people listen to the show.
I have
every
other
month.
stories about that same kid, bro.
Was it Austin?
Yeah, Austin. Shout
Yeah,
out to Austin.
I say his name because he commented on it and said that was me.
That was him.
Yeah, he commented on the video.
Yep. He's being a little punk. If you weren't a little punk,
All right. Yeah, okay.
he's my spiritual son.
Hey,
He's my
you're gonna
spiritual.
be- It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
He's my spiritual son, so I can say that. He's my spiritual son. I have stories. Don't you when you disciple someone that close, man? You're in their life. Yeah,
That's my boy. I love that
love
kid.
him though. Love you, man.
A few more stories here, guys. This is from Daniel. Daniel said, on our way to a youth group trip, we heard a loud explosion come from the back of the bus. The bus immediately started filling with smoke, so the driver decided to pull over on the side of the highway and evacuate everyone. Meanwhile, two freshmen were acting a little weirder than normal, so we started questioning them. Come to find out, they had lit a Black Cat firecracker, shoved it into a glass bottle, and put the cap back on, thinking it would muffle the sound of the blast.
Freaking idiots.
Yeah.
I was just like, what are you
Isn't
trying
that
to do?
literally a grenade?
Yeah, I feel like that would be a bomb.
No,
That's
legit.
literally a grenade.
Legit. You
Shrapnel.
can go to jail for that.
Can you really?
I think so.
I don't know.
Juvie. Yeah, because it's like
You
class
can
A
go to jail
shrapnel.
for that.
It's like
I
a
think.
class A firearm. Like there's
Yeah.
actual fire, gunpowder happening.
Like that's gonna shoot glass shrapnel everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like you just killed everyone in the bus, but
They,
What the bus driver? It just
everyone's dead. Good lord, what's wrong with these freaking kids, dude?
kids are
know.
when it comes to
the
fire,
woods
man.
and fireworks.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
fireworks.
it's kids get
What
their
are we
hands
doing?
on the craziest
what are
stuff.
we doing? Stop going to the woods with you.
Never went.
Just
not one
stop
time.
doing it.
This one had nothing to do with the woods, though. So
I feel like they were driving through the woods.
Yeah. They're doing something they shouldn't have.
Something in the woods.
this is from Briley. Briley said, while staying in an Airbnb, my youth pastor gathered everyone around for an illustration about how we go from ashes to ashes. He tasked a couple volunteers to put dirt in a vase as a prop for the lesson. And while he was talking to the youth group, he reached behind him for what he thought was the vase his volunteers had gotten him, but he grabbed the wrong one. So when he poured the dirt on the ground, it wasn't dirt at all. It was someone's ashes that the owners had left in the Airbnb.
Someone had left their ashes.
I mean, I would just refill it with the dirt. Be like,
We do true stories on these, right?
no, that's believable, brother.
No way.
Bro, an Airbnb is someone's house.
I know, but like,
No, I believe it.
I 100%
I believe it. I would have just refilled it. Who's gonna know? Who's literally gonna know?
use the dirt.
Yeah, use the dirt. As from dirt we came, to dirt we go. I think it's dust. It's dust, right?
I think it is dust.
Sorry, guys. Read your Bible, man. Don't be like me, man.
Well, it says he grabbed
Laura
the dirt.
said, oh, no,
Yeah,
not
it
grandma.
Dang, grandma was
They
in the
did
wind.
say they were just hoping and praying that it was just a pet. Because people do that too. They'll have their pets
That-
cremated.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot.
It's a lot of money to do
Have you
to
heard
it.
of people like drinking, like making coffee with ashes?
No, I was in a
Bro, I have a story.
Dude,
This has nothing to do with youth group.
I was getting tatted, and these like 3 middle-aged white women came in, and they're like, "We want our father's ashes in our tattoo ink,"
Nah,
and they were like, "That's really unsanitary."
That's
They're
actually
like,
that's
fine."
gross.
that's marking yourself.
That's
for the dead. Has to be.
that's unhealthy.
All right, here. Okay, my grandfather passed away many years ago, and my younger cousin was probably 6 or 7 at the time, and we cremated him. And before we like spread his ashes, they were in the kitchen on like the counter, and
Oh no! Oh no! Why the kitchen?
yeah, because we were about to go outside, whatever. So years later, my cousin, who's now older, was talking to his mom, and she was like, "You remember when we like spread Pompa's ashes with all the cousins, you know, out at their property?" And he's like listening, and he's like, kind of like thinking back, and out of nowhere, he's just like, "Mom, I think I ate Bompa." Because this kid really loved sugar growing up. So he started connecting the dots to that day and remembered that he had been in the kitchen and he saw like the ashes and it was like he stuck his finger in it and like took a lick thinking it was sugar and immediately like spit it out because the kid ate ashes and he never knew what it was because he was so little. But his mom like recounting like that day for him brought back the memory of him accidentally eating my grandfather.
Like fun dip, like fun dip,
Fun dip.
some fun dip.
Some dead dip.
Not dead dip's crazy.
Dead dip.
Baba dip, Baba dip. New flavors.
Grandpa dip.
So
Grandpa
is
didn't
it,
do
Brian
any
said
nicotine.
forbidden seasoning. Anyway, that's my ashes story. That has nothing to do with youth group, but it was too
crazy.
funny not to share. And that's why sugar is bad for you kids.
Just
yeah, you're right.
Just bury your relatives, please. Your dogs.
Just
your
throw
fish.
it out, dude. Just throw them out.
Throw them
Throw the ashes away. Why are you keeping
Oh.
ashes?
Woo.
I mean, we didn't intend to keep them. It was literally like there for 5 minutes. That's the funny
true.
part.
That's
He just swooped in.
Do people usually like throw them out? I thought like
People
kept
just
them.
like spread them. But unlike the story of the Airbnb one, a lot of times I'll keep them in like, what do they call that?
Urns.
An urn. Yeah.
Urn.
So
Don't see the point, but it's
Just
sweet.
what are you holding on to?
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
there's
Yeah,
Grandpa
that is a
in the
great
corner.
question. I would imagine unsafe people. They're- I mean, that's like the last bit of their parents that
Right.
they have. They don't
Right,
know where they are.
100%.
So
I
that makes
get
sense.
that.
That's their only hope,
I get that.
unfortunately.
I saw-
I mean, unsaved me definitely was not.
What's that?
Unsaved me didn't think that way either.
No, not at all.
Not
no.
at all.
No, some
I
people.
saw a real tree camo urn one time.
A what?
Real tree camo,
Real tree camo what?
like camo urn.
Oh, an urn.
Yeah,
It's like camouflage.
there's people on there.
How'd you even
He
see it?
loved hunting.
Could you even?
There's
how'd
his
you see
urn.
it?
I don't know. dude.
Oh my! This is. I told you can't do dad jokes.
The
in corner.
dad jokes. I
don't
thought
do
All
about
right.
that as I said. I was like,
One more
Mom.
story. This is from Adrian. Adrian said, "Our youth group was writing cards for an old man who had gotten in a bad car wreck. One kid wrote, 'I hope you feel better in heaven.'"
Bro. Imagine reading that. Is this prophetic?
I hope you feel better in heaven. What?
Oh. Wow. Sorry, man. It's the heart that counts, man. It's the heart. It's the thought that
Hey,
counts, man.
some people just don't know a lot.
It's true.
I guess I don't know
Some
what
people
it
just don't know a lot.
was. Someone said he was preparing him.
Yeah, it's prophetic.
He was prophetic.
You'll wipe your tears away.
He's standing there.
Feel better in heaven.
Grandpa.
Oh, anyway.
Grandpa.
So this someone said, I think we know who caused the wreck.
God.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
These people are dark.
Gotta be prepared for it. Yeah, man, you guys are crazy.
Is this a Halloween theme?
I feel like it is, Loki.
It
Yeah.
is.
It's like Treehouse of Horror.
You remember that story about the kid who prayed for grandma's broken arm?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone said that's what it reminds me of.
That's hilarious.
And it was just hopefully a
Definitely
false
like a
prophet.
homeschooler that said that.
Yeah, kids are
sure.
extremely out of pocket.
Right. Would you have said that? Would you have said that?
What?
As
Would
a
I have said
homeschooler?
that?
Yeah.
No.
As a homeschooler?
No.
I don't know.
No, I know the kid said it on purpose.
Right.
I know a few kids.
A little skull in the corner.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much again for listening to Youth Group Chronicles. It is an honor to be able to do this show for all of you. And there is no end in sight to Youth Group Chronicles. The stories keep rolling in, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we love creating this content for you. So you can go to Instagram, you can go to TikTok, you can go to YouTube, you can find us there. You can go to our website where we sell merch.
Sheet finder.
You can submit stories. You can order a personalized video from Youth Group Chronicles, and you can book us to come to your event and do a show where we would pack up and do everything we're doing right now at your event, which I think is
awesome.
pretty awesome. So ygcpodcast.com is where you can do that. Till next week, Pastor Micah and Pastor Jacob, thanks so much, guys.
Hey, you're welcome, man. Thank you, man.